Welcome to Rowan College of South Jersey here in Deptford Township as it's the quarterfinal round of the NJCAA Region 19 tournament between the Camden County Cougars and the RCSJ-Gloucester Roadrunners. Hello everybody, I'm Dan Wilkins. I'm joined by Kevin Profko on the call. Kevin, this is going to be a very interesting ball game between two teams that are very familiar with each other. They've met early in the year. They met as recently as a few weeks ago. But as it goes, this is an RCSJ team number 2 in Region 19, just behind Passaic, who got a first round bye. And we're going to be looking to see if the Roadrunners can make their way into the semifinal tonight.
Yeah, RCSJ will either play Northampton or Brookdale if they come away with a win. The Camden County Cougars, 13-11, and RCSJ at 18-6 this year. This was kind of a similar situation last year when RCSJ won 61-41 in the semifinal. So it should be an interesting game, like you said.
Yeah, RCSJ had a tough heartbreak loss last year in the final to Montgomery County. Now, Montgomery County's not even in the playoffs this year, so it's a completely different field, and a Passaic team that was at 500 last year now leads the way and has a dominant run to the number 1 seed with a 16-3 record. But for RCSJ, easily their player to watch is Shannon Pierman. She's a sophomore out of Woodstown who's averaging a double-double this year. She is a wonderful presence in the post for RCSJ, somebody who can draw fouls, somebody who can... There's no camera? Welcome back here from Rowan College of South Jersey. We've got ourselves the first round of the NJCAA Region 19 quarterfinal. I had a bit of a mix-up with the technical difficulties early on, but going to be a fun one tonight between Camden County and RCSJ-Gloucester. Passaic, the number 1 seed in the region. We already talked about that, though, and Shannon Pierman, a great force down low, averaging a double-double this year.
Yeah, Shannon Pierman, she's great. 242 points on the year. She's averaging a double-double, like you said. Her and DPR 100 threes earlier she hit on the year. And them two are kind of a force for the Roadrunners.
And for Camden County, their player to watch is I wouldn't say pretty easily, but it's going to be Erica Paranzino. She's a great scorer, somebody who can hit from all levels of the floor, and really going to be a strong force for this Camden County team who's going to look to upend the Roadrunners, who were a top seed last year, were now a number 2 seed this year, and they're going to get themselves maybe a trip to Northampton on Saturday the 28th. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back in a few minutes here from Rowan College of South Jersey.
At number 10, Brianna Kimball. At number 11, Angela Karamasakis. And at number 30, Clara Ruiz. And now, the starting lineup for your RCSJ Roadrunners. Coming at number 1,
All right, welcome back to Rowan College of South Jersey. Should be a fun one tonight between the RCSJ Roadrunners and the Camden County College Cougars. I'm Dan Wilkins. I'll be joined by Kevin Profico on the call as Camden will be in their navy blue road jerseys with white numbers. RCSJ will be in their home white jerseys with blue numbers and yellow tertiary accents. Really good crowd tonight. Day after a snowstorm. Had a lot of games canceled. We weren't going to be here originally, but with the NJCAA moving their state playoff games for groups 2 and 4, we had the opportunity to come on out here and cover some JUCO playoff basketball. Winner of tonight's game plays the winner of the 6-3 ball game between Brookdale and Northampton. Obviously, two teams that RCSJ and Camden are both awfully familiar with. Bit of a light tip. We're underway, and we've already got a scramble on the right side. Camden moving this one up with Cruz, the guard from Spain. Moving this one back over to Brianna Kimball. Over to the left side for Karamasakis. 8 to shoot. She'll get one up. No good. RCSJ with first possession. Elena LaMonica will bring this one up. LaMonica, Budakovia, the Medford Tech grad, over to the sharp-shooting Anna DiPiero. She hit her 100th career three-point shot back in early February in a game versus Passaic. Pierman uses that shoulder, and she's got her first points of the playoffs.
As you see, they go to Pierman right away for a quick 2.
Pierman, as we mentioned, averaging a double-double this year. Really just such a strong force as that one falls. Nice little shot there by Karamasakis. And it's 2-2.
That was a nice look there. She looked for a shot. She got right to it.
Didn't waste any time. Going to Bamboche. DiPiero in the far corner. Here comes a 3. Too strong. She'll get another one back. It'll go back to LaMonica. She'll put up a 3. No good. And Pierman unable to get the rebound there. Good defense by Clara Ruiz to get into the paint and prevent one of the region's top defenders from getting a look.
As you see, Pierman's size looks like it's already, playing a factor. I mean, a few rebounds.
This one's a 3. Good from the top of the key by Brianna Kimball. 5-2 Cougars. Moving this one up quickly now will be Budakovia, the point guard. She's a very traditional point guard. Doesn't score a lot, but passes the ball and really uses a lot of twitchiness to get herself in a strong position. As we'll have our first foul of the game, it'll be charged against Camden, and specifically against number 3, Anissa Spurlock. She's from Willingboro, New Jersey, but went to Oak Hill Academy in California.
Yeah, that's something interesting you said about Budakovia, kind of an old-time guard, as we'll see tonight.
That ball got tipped away by Karamaskas, but LaMonica was able to hang on. Now another strong guard in Bamboche. DiPiero lets it go with 5 to shoot. No good. And it'll go back to Ruiz from Vilaça de Mar in Spain. And we'll have a foul on the floor as Camden was bringing that one up. 5-2 Camden, 7:40 left in the first quarter. From the Roadrunner gym in Deptford Township, DiPiero chucks it out to LaMonica. This one will be a nice hook pass over to Budakovia. She will let up a shot, but doesn't go. And Ruiz gets the rebound, but the ball is loose. Scramble, falling on it is Ruiz. Ref comes in, jump ball.
When these two teams won it, you can see the move on. A little scrappy early on.
Yeah, definitely a lot of strong defense here from both sides, as we are seeing early. Nice feed. Bamboche over her head after a nice pass by Pierman, the Woodstown grad.
That was a great look from Pierman. Bamboche, just couldn't get it up.
This one gets away. Now Budakovia picks it up. Going to be a lot of turnovers in this game for what it's worth, as LaMonica slides over. Bamboche's in the paint. Pierman beside her. Kemble guarding DiPiero. Budakovia bobbles it. Now she's at the top of the key. Here comes a three. LaMonica is good. So Elena LaMonica knocks down a triple, and it's 5-5. Roadrunners tie this game back up.
Great look there by LaMonica.
Moving outside now into the semicircle. Wanted a long two, didn't take it though. Goes over the head of Karamaskas and almost saved, but she was unable to do so in time. Out of bounds, Roadrunner ball. DiPiero will inbound right around half court.
As you said, Dan, there's going to be probably a lot of turnovers in this game. Both teams are anxious and both teams want to move on.
Camden 13-11 going into this playoff game, the number 7 seed. 9-9 in the Garden State Athletic Conference, as that one doesn't go. And they're rather even in really everything they do. 7-6 at home, 6-5 away. So they're not really, better or worse in any given environment. They lost to RCSJ 70-55 back on Thursday, February 5th, as Bamboche gets the ball poked out by Karamaskas, and it'll go out of bounds. But Camden County, 2-3 in the month of February, beat Sussex 74-49, but then lost to RCSJ by 15, lost to Philadelphia by 13 as Pierman goes up and in. They beat Cumberland 79-43, but then lost in a close one 62-56 to Northampton to close out their regular season under the multi-sport head coach Chip Ritano. Here's a corner three. No good.
As you see, the Roadrunners have been feeding Pierman early on. It's going to be tough to guard her.
Little back and forth there between DiPiero and Budakovia. Goes out of bounds. 5:33 left in the first. Pierman with 4 points. LaMonica with a single three. But again, whoever advances in this game would face the winner of Northampton and Brookdale. This one gets away. Ruiz has this one. She'll bring it up the floor. Deep. Gets a good pass, and it just falls. Now a second chance is blocked by DiPiero. Picks up a great defensive stand there. And Rich Cooper showing a little displeasure with the guard, Tino Bamboche, for not getting up to the ball on that play. This will be inbounded by number 3, and this is Spurlock. Here comes the three from Paranzino, the St. Joe's Hamilton grad, no good.
We'll see if both teams can, find a rhythm and, set their offense here, because
no good that time. Rebound by Cruz.
It's been a lot of fast back and forth.
It's how it is when these two teams play. It's a game where you have a lot of guards. Camden doesn't really have a whole lot of strong size, so they have to rely on a different type of offense to get ahead here versus the Roadrunners, a team that they've lost to twice in the regular season. But one of the most common philosophies in sports is you can beat a team once, you can beat a team twice, but it's very hard to beat a team 3 times. Pierman gets it up and in, taking advantage of that low post defense by the Cougars, and it's now 6 points for her. It's 9-5 RCSJ.
Pierman's kind of being able to do, anything here in this first quarter. She's getting her way.
Over to the right, open look for three. No good, side of the iron. And a rebound offensively by Paranzino. She'll fire it over to the top for Cruz, and she'll slide over into the semicircle as Brianna Kemble threw that one away. Brianna Kemble played for Gloucester Catholic under the legendary head coach Lisa Gadaka, the winningest head coach in South Jersey history with over 700 to her name. They had a thriller versus Paul Sixth in the SJIBT final in early February. This one goes out to the corner. DiPiero for three, no good. A race for the rebound, and beating them out will be Spurlock. With Budakovia the guard, a high left-hand lay, and a foul with the ball on its way down, committed by Karamaskas. Out of Gloucester County Christian School in Washington Township, she'll pick up her first, team second of the game.
DiPiero with a few missed threes early on, but I'm sure they'll find the bottom of the basket as we go.
RCSJ 1 for 5 from triple to start the game, but still only 4 minutes in, or rather only 6 minutes in, 3:41 to go in the first. This will be inbounded. Now onto the floor for the Cougars will be number 24, Jamira Green, the Sterling grad. DiPiero again, she'll chuck up another. This one's wide. Trying to slap it down as Karamaskas. It'll go out of bounds. It'll retain Roadrunner possession, but really, when you're trying to get a ball out of bounds like that, it's one thing to just kind of knock the ball down, which is exactly what Karamaskas did there. I don't mind the effort on that play at all. Alexis Caraway, the Haddon Heights grad, will inbound this one, and she does to Pierman. Back over to Budakovia. A lot of passing here from the guards as Bamboche with a long two.
See, if you're going to double Pierman, it's going to leave open. It's going to leave somebody else open, and that's what Bamboche did right there.
Exactly. It's now fiery pass gets tipped by Bamboche and intercepted by DiPiero. No, but, I mean, listen, Bamboche is one of those guards as, Jamira Green stood tall, but she will get charged with the foul here. Some really strong defense there from Jamira Green, but she will get charged for the block. I think she didn't set the offensive player enough time to be able to pivot. You can't just set a screen looking for a charge anywhere. As there's a, let's see if they call that, that's going to be 2 here for Caraway. 13-5 Roadrunners.
That was a nice shot there by Caraway. Get her on the board.
Chip Rattano will call a timeout, and so will we. We've got 2:47 left in the first quarter here from Rowan College of South Jersey. It's the Roadrunners 13 and and Camden County 5. Welcome back. 8-point lead for RCSJ as Cruz will take this one up. Camden County called a timeout and a foul. Foul on the floor here. As with 2:40 left in the first, that foul will be called on number 1, Emma Budakovia. First shot is no good. These two teams, top 5 in NJCAA Region 19 in free throw shooting. In free throw shooting percentage, that is. As Savannah Schute's going to get ready to check in, and she will. 1 for 2. And Bamboche will inbound this one.
We'll see if the Cougars can get a few stops in a row here.
Yeah, I think Jamira Green, this matchup with Savannah Schutt's going to be a lot more advantageous for the Cougars than it will be for the Roadrunners.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody
Anybody facing Shannon Pierman's going to have their troubles. As foot on the line, shot misses wide right. Eight to shoot. Crossing over, Caraway loses it. Contact, Cruz gets this one down. Now Camden will bring this one up. Cruz backpedals, back to Karamaskas. Green for three. High arc, but it counts just the same. And it's now 13-9.
Nice ball movement and a good-looking shot there.
Yeah, really good shot there from Jamira Green, the Sterling grad. Played in a Colonial Conference that obviously, I don't want to say obviously, but the Colonial Conference in high school basketball for girls favors a lot of three-point shooting. As Green falls on it, she smothers it, and it will be a jump ball.
Getting aggressive like you talked about, Dan.
Yeah, not a
That's wild
surprise.
basketball.
Not a surprise knowing these two teams. You know, there aren't many rivalries in JUCO, but if there is one, then that's the closest one you got. As here comes another three. Knocked down. It's a one-point game as Karamaskas picks up a triple, and it's 13-12.
A timeout can sometimes do it to regroup a team.
Yeah, remember, you only have 4, 2 30s and 2 fulls, unlike in high school where teams have 5. Bamboche, no good, gets tipped out. Budakovia has it.
I like the turnaround by
Oh,
Bamboche.
Bamboche's wide open, and she gets it to fall. She was absolutely wide open, like there was a bubble in the paint around her, and she got the shot off with 4 to shoot. 1 minute left in the first. 3-point lead to break up the Camden run. That ball gets poked away by Caraway. It'll go back to Budakovia after a pass from Bamboche, the Williamstown grad. Budakovia pass to DiPiero. Goes to
looking
Caraway.
for her shot.
Caraway airballed the three. Ooh. They're going to say the ball went out on the baseline. So Hadley Rodriguez will check into the ball game for Anna DiPiero in first quarter, which was not the case when these two played in early February. Both teams had the bonus in each of the first 2 quarters. As we've now got a 35-second game clock, we have a 10-second separation between the 2 clocks. Stopped at the top of the key, took a 3-ball shoot, picks up the rebound, and got pushed in the back from Jamira Green on her way down.
Yeah, I was kind of looking for Paranzino to move the ball around there, but took the shot, didn't go in.
Yeah, tried to get something there. Now the shot clock gets erased with 25 seconds left in the first. 15-12. They're going to roll, and now the clock will run. Budakovia will bring this one up, trying to maximize their offensive possession, but knowing RCSJ, they might try to hold on to it here. Rodriguez at the volleyball line. 12 seconds, handoff to Bamboche. Guarded heavily by Paranzino. She drives with the right hand. She shoots too strong. And now moving this one up. Last chance for Camden. They've got 3. She jumps on it. Can't get the 3 to fall. And that's the end of the first quarter here in Deptford as RCSJ jumped out to a big lead, but Camden able to hold their own and make this a one-possession game at the first break. Rich Cooper and Chip Rutano will talk it over with their squads. And after 1, it's RCSJ 15, Camden 12. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Hadley Rodriguez will inbound this one for the Roadrunners. She'll bounce it to Budakovia to start off the second. 15-12. Shannon Pierman and Tino Bambosche have been strong presences inside, but the Roadrunners are just 1 for 7 from beyond the arc. Moving this one up quickly. Oh, she gets a wild tumble there, as taking a hard fall is Lauren Malili out of Pennsauken. The foul is on Bambosche, and they will say that this, no, they will not say it's in the act of shooting. I originally thought they were going to call it a shooting foul, and honestly, I think it, hold on here. Waiting on something from the referees. Okay, there we go. So they originally, Malili lined up at the foul line, and then she went back to the baseline, and then the referees got it straightened out, and she will shoot 2 shots. Let's take a look at the free throw percentage. Top leaders from NJCAA Region 19. Harcum and Union, both Division II teams, lead the mark with a 69 and 68.1% mark. RCSJ's in fourth with 60.6, Camden with 60, and then below them, Sussex and Delaware Tech, another Division II team down in Stanton, Delaware, as both shots were good by Malili, and that cuts the lead for RCSJ to 1. Rodriguez, nice shot. Really, really good shot there on the defensive, as she was going to try to draw a foul. She didn't get the foul, but she got the basket, and Rodriguez scores.
That was a really tough shot there by Rodriguez, but she got it to go.
There's a triple. That one gets knocked down by Ruiz, and we are tied up 17-17.
Like you stated earlier, Dan, RCSJ 1 of 7 from 3. I feel like if they don't get that three-point shooting going, this could be really close at the end.
A lot closer than it was in the regular season. That ball was last touched by Savannah Shute, and it'll go out of bounds. So Karamoskis will have this one, and Elena LaMonica will check in for the Roadrunners. She'll sub in for Emma Budakovia. Again, once you get into the playoffs, all prior matchups between these teams go out the window. It's just like you're starting 0-0 again. Camden's 13-11. RCSJ is 16-8. That doesn't mean that you should favor one team over the other. As Cruz moves back out, gets a pass out to Kimball. Karamoskis on the right side. Back to the top. She stopped on it. Now over to the right side again. Long 2. No good. And now Bambosche. Bounce pass. LaMonica behind the back. And it's a double dribble. .8:20 left in the second, tied up 17-17. Here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, with the snow eliminating the high school games that were supposed to be today, we found ourselves on the JUCO floor here at RCSJ-Gloucester. My producer, David Cohen of Rowan University today, as spinning around on the baseline in the far corner. She'll try to get it out. Peranzino finds Cruz with one hand. She spins, front iron. And now a scramble. Cruz goes down. Bambosche has it. No whistle.
That's tough defense there, and way to get the rebound by Bambosche.
And a nice feed. Caraway to Rodriguez, who gets the layup inside with space. She's got 5 points off the bench. And the Roadrunners retake the lead.
Good layup there. It's getting feisty here.
As it should be. This is playoff basketball. Triple, no good. Camden's defense wasn't ready for it, and now Bambosche gets the rebound. Back to Rodriguez. She'll drive inside, finds Camden to be a brick wall. Passing along the way. Rodriguez, low 3, no good. Her foot might have been on the line, but either way, no shot, no good. Cruz, a nice pass in the air. Here comes a 3. Peranzino, no good. And again, Camden's defense not really boxing out on those triples, and now they're kind of taking the approach that RCSJ did, shooting a lot of threes. But to be fair to them, RCSJ has given them that space defensively. As here comes Pierman inside, gets over and gets it in. Caraway with the basket. 4-point lead, 21-17.
A nice basket by Caraway, but as you said, I would keep giving RCSJ the three-point ball. You know, they're about 1 of 9, and until they find a way to make it.
Cruz at the top. For those unfamiliar with JUCO basketball, there are 3 lines on the floor. There used to be the yellow line in the middle, used to be the women's line for 3 points, but the NCAA and the NJCAA changed their rules, so now the only line you have to worry about is the furthest 3-point line in dark blue. The inside line that surrounds the paint used to be for high school, and I believe it is still for high school when the occasional GCIT or Deptford Township game gets played here at the Roadrunner Gym. It's now a scramble, got an offensive foul as Bamboche pile drove Malili, and it will be RCSJ's second foul of the second quarter.
On that possession, I saw Pierman asking for the ball a couple times. Maybe next time lob that into her. She had the smaller defender on her.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, they try to go for that, try to make their situation a little bit better as RCSJ 21, Camden 17. Cruz on the right side, guarded by Pierman. She faced at a semicircle, goes back out. Here comes a 3, left wing. No good. And now a foul on the way down. Quarter. And now moving inside is Cruz. 6-point game. Here comes a 3, just off the mark. Now this one gets swiped away at. Gantz on the ground. She took a hard dive into the floor. They've got 6 to shoot. Cruz to Malili, and a foul is going to be on Pierman as she moved in a little bit too close there. So the foul will be on Pierman, her first, which one of the big, kind of sources of kryptonite for the Roadrunners have been their foul trouble. Girls like DiPiero, Pierman, they've gotten in a lot of trouble in the foul department as there's a great save by Brenna Ivy and Vienna Gantz, but there's a block.
I don't know how that ball stayed in there.
I mean, listen, looking from up here, I was surprised too, but it looked all in bounds to me. And a mistake there as that ball went out of bounds. Brenna Ivy touched it as it went out of bounds. 6-point game for the Roadrunners, 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
I mean, both teams going all after it here.
Cruz tries to find somebody. It's Paranzino, hook shot, wide. Looks like she got a little bit too much of a finger roll there, lost the grip of the ball, and that's not going to be good when you're trying to control the shot. With under 4 minutes left in the second, it's 23-17. Right side, Gantz, the Kingsway grad. Here comes the 3. LaMonica, good. Got it to Rattle. And it's 26-17.
That's a little bit of a spark there from RCSJ now. Up 9 are the Roadrunners. Cougars got to look for something.
Airballed it. He'll go out of bounds. Rodriguez will sub out of the game. DiPiero comes back in.
I know it's early in this one, but this may be the point where you don't want RCSJ to go up 14 or 16 here. I know it's only the second, but
LaMonica. She'll take that one, and it's good. Pierman gets the shot to fall, and it's 28-17. Moving up inside, Paranzino, hard off the glass, and a foul. It's going to be an offensive foul on Camden, their third of the quarter. Pierman with 8 points for RCSJ. Karamaskas leads the scoring for Camden with 5.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, I know I keep talking about it, but it's almost a freebie when they get it into Pierman.
That's why she's averaging a double-double a game. She did as a freshman, earned all conference honors. And now the sophomore, now with another open look to Gantz. Gantz gets the shot to fall. Paranzino gets a swipe from DiPiero. The thing about RCSJ that I talk about is that it's a little bit unfortunate in women's basketball, but there's rarely any teams that field a full bench. There's only 8 players on the Camden bench. RCSJ's got a good 12 or 13. in NJCAA, if you can field a full bench, as there's a 3 by DiPiero, if you can field a full bench, you're almost guaranteed to be in a good spot. As RCSJ forces Chip Retano to call a timeout. DiPiero knocks one down from 3, and she's got herself a good scoring a good scoring contest this afternoon, as we've got 2 minutes left in the second quarter. 33-17 Roadrunners. Welcome back. This broadcast is brought to you by Harper Driving School. Over 90% of students take their New Jersey State driving test with Harper on the first attempt. Book an appointment today at Suite 4 of the Total Turf Complex in Pittman at 614 Lambs Road. No good. DiPiero with the rebound. So, yeah, it was 17-17 when Camden last scored a faultless run.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it until I was doing the math coming out of the timeout. It's a 16-0 run. Pierman fouled. She gets hit. Takes a dive on the floor. Camden with their 4th foul of the second quarter. Let's take a look at the bracket for NJCAA Region 19, Division 3. Passaic got the bye at 16-3. And then Philadelphia plays Atlantic Cape in the 5-4 game down in, I want to say, Mays Landing. Brookdale plays Northampton, and, of course, the game we have today. Semifinals, weather permitting, will be on Thursday, and the final will be played at Northampton Community College in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania on Saturday the 28th. That even startled me a little bit as that one gets away. Pierman did miss her second, and it'll go out of bounds, it'll be a backcourt violation as Gantz picked that one up.
Something to cheer about for the Cougars fans, as of now at least.
Well, I think what Camden's got to do here is they do have to focus on getting a little bit more of the better shot. I think that they're right now trying to rush things too much. You've got enough time on that shot clock to where if you have 30 seconds, right now it's 20, but if you have 30 seconds on a shot clock, you have time to let a possession develop. Pass the ball out a lot more. And don't try to take the first shot you can, because if you do, the first shot's not always the best shot. Just like that. That was one of the first shots that they could have had, but it was in heavy traffic. You're in front of Shannon Pierman. You got to eliminate her from the equation. Find how to get around her. Find out how to get through her, because it's going to be difficult. But DiPiero uses the speed to get right past Anna DiPiero. And the run continues. It's now a 19-0 run for the Roadrunners.
Everything just seems like it's in an easy flow for the Roadrunners.
Yeah, it feels like they're playing really good basketball, which is what they were doing in the regular season, which is how they got here. As LaMonica on the baseline. Chucks it up and in. 21-0. She's got 8 points. And it's 38-17. 15 seconds left. Shot clock's erased. Green chucks up a 3. Airballed it. And that's kind of been representative of how the Cougars have played in this second quarter. They have only scored 5 points in the entire quarter. And, quarters like that, possessions like that, are the kind of plays and time slots that can really adjust the entire game. Because if Camden is this cold, this long, that's going to be hard to do. Double dribble on Vienna Gantz. And it'll get turned over. 3.1 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's very tough to overcome that, like you were saying.
So if they get a 3 here to end the half, I would imagine Chip Retano is going to have at least something to say. They're going to let it fly. She got it off, but it's well wide. So a 5-point second quarter for Camden and a dominant defensive run as the Roadrunners close out the half on a 21-0 run. We'll be back in 15 minutes as we've got a 38-17, 21-point lead for the Roadrunners here from Deptford Township. At halftime, it's the number 2 seed team that's got the early lead. We'll be back in 15.
May is our lives is feeling well. The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside. It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need. And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives. If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress, but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research. Book Dog Pro Wrestling for your next event or outing for the greatest action that New Jersey Pro Wrestling has to offer. Any place, any time, any setting, Dog Pro Wrestling will bring the action to you, and you won't want to miss it for moments like this. But don't just take it from me. Take it from Max Mundo, the Dog Pro Wrestling ambassador.
This is Max Mundo with Dog Pro Wrestling. Are you a civic organization, sporting club looking to fundraise? Then look no further to Dog Pro Wrestling. We do grand openings, corporate events, and much more.
And why not from some of the wrestling talent themselves?
I'm Vinny the Fixer, and I'm the champion of Dog Professional Wrestling. If you want to book the best, come see us. We're the cream of the crop. We'll come to any fundraiser you can think of. Just name the place and we'll show up.
This is the upstanding Dylan Mesh, and for the entirety of my professional wrestling career, dog wrestling has been a mainstay for where I like to wrestle. So you can believe me when I say that it is quality. And I'm upstanding. I'm the only opinion you need.
Yeah! It's your boy Gabriel Hodder here with my man Matthew Oman, and if you want your events to be all fight, no flight,
then book Dog Wrestling so you can witness true primal fear. Woo!
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools. We are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Jeppelite, he's, again, one time leaving the bases loaded is frustrating enough. Doing it twice in a row. Oh, how about this? Line drive. No, he's throwing it around the infield. They're going to throw him out at first. He's out. I have never seen that before. That is a 5-4-3 ground out because the third baseman thought he caught it. The home plate umpire said no, so he threw it around the infield and then got the out at first anyway because the batter thought he was out.
The batter stopped. The third baseman thought
Everybody
he caught
stopped.
it, and it touched.
So after the holding call to be 1st and 20, as now rolling out to the right side, he's got a little bit of room to run on a QB rush. He's going to get a first down. There's no flags, and how about this for 61 yards?
Anthony Gattano with a QB rush that works to perfection. He hugs the sideline, and Anthony Gattano gets the scoring started for the Red Hawks at 7-6.
BB and Copsetta trading a couple looks. They know what's going on. Full count. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swing and a miss! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons in the Ralph Shaw Classic 26th annual. They are back on top for the first. Will lead it off for the Senators. Chase Rollins, the player manager for CHP, gets it started with a ball upstairs, and we are underway in game 1. 1-0. That one is hit well out towards left, and it is gone off the top of the goalpost. Shane Adamski with a thunderous start to his playoff series. Second pitch of the game, a solo homer to left, and before I could even write the first name down in my scorecard, it's 1-0.
Launches one foul. See, Mostero's doing us a service here. Or excuse me, D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro is doing us a service here. He's letting us have this conversation by having a long at-bat. But a lot of people are still caught up in the D1 or bust mentality. Listen to this crowd. Listen to this crowd. We'll talk about that later. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Clapping it up here for the Roadrunners. 2-2. Here's a fly ball out towards center field. This one's going back, and this one is gone! 3-run homer, D'Alessandro! And it's a 1-run game at the crack of the bat, 5-4. 3-run shot to center field. Trailing towards the right center, and the cleanup man does exactly what the position orders, cleaning up. And he does it incredibly well with a 5-4 game. He battles for 11 pitches. Second half now underway here from the Roadrunner Gym in Deptford Township, New Jersey. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Kevin Propico on the call, and David Cohen is my producer, as this one misses from Anissa Spurlock. Pierman with the rebound. A 21-0 run by the Roadrunners to end the first half, as this has been a fun one so far, and it's now a 38-17 lead at halftime. I stand corrected about the other Region 19 games. This is the only one in the bracket being played today. All the other ones got pushed back another day. So that's Brookdale, Northampton, and the other being Philadelphia, Atlantic Cape. So a bit of an odd play there as this one goes out to Kemble at the top. Good. Kemble finally breaks up the drought for Camden County, who had 5 straight points to open up the second quarter. They tied the game at 17, and then RCSJ never looked back. It's DiPiero on the left wing.
We'll see how the Cougars come out of this second half now. See if they're a whole different team. Or
3, no good. Over to the left side. And it's good. From Pierman inside, and it's 38-21. Or excuse me, from Camden inside, as that ball doesn't go. Driving with the right hand, Spurlock can't get the shot to fall. And it'll go back to the Roadrunners. 8 minutes left in the third.
Yeah, that would have been some shot there if she could have got it over Pierman.
Oh, that'll be a travel on Elena LaMonica. Flying up, hard hit by Pierman as Karamaskas went to the ground, but the shot is no good.
They've now taken a few floaters from that kind of area. Maybe that's what can get them going.
7:48 left in the third. 3. From Cruz at the top of the key.
A nice shot there. I like how her feet were set and then pulled the trigger.
38-24 now. Budakovia has this one. High but slow pass. Pierman will get called for a travel. So Camden County clawing back into this game, and that forces Rich Cooper to call a timeout. It's still a lead, and it's still a sizable one, but it's not one that RCSJ is comfortable with. 38-24. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment. Welcome back. 24-38 in favor of the Roadrunners, a 14-point lead. With a 19-point lead at half. We saw a 21-0 run, or excuse me, it was a 21-point lead because it was a 21-0 run by the Roadrunners. As Rich Cooper called his first timeout, the all-time winningest head coach in Roadrunner history picked up that mark in early January versus Salem Community College. Again, with 209 career wins and counting. Over to the left side. Good pass. Over to Cruz. Paranzino gets stuffed out by Budakovia. Ball is loose. There's 3 on the shot clock, and now Budakovia emerges with the turnover. She'll drive up the left side of the floor. Ball gets wrestled away from her again. That tipped off of Shannon Pierman's fingertips, and it'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, RCSJ is kind of rushing it, out of halftime here. So have to settle down because, this game's nowhere near over, even though a 14-point lead.
By no circumstances is this game over, absolutely. This has been a fun one tonight. In a 38-24 game, 14 points is the lead for the Roadrunners, with the winner playing the victor of Brookdale, the Jersey Blues, and the Northampton Spartans. This one goes up, and How about that? Foul and one. And even Brianna Kemble was a little bit surprised there as she got squeezed by two Roadrunner defenders and somehow got that shot to go up, drew the foul, and got the basket. Like I said, I think she herself was surprised.
That was some shot there. She just kind of flicked it up, over Pierman. That's what you might have to do.
Again, this Camden team can really hurt the Roadrunners if they put them in foul trouble. As the and one was no good, but Kemble now up to 7 points. We've got a trio of lucky sevens for Camden. Kemble, Karamaskas, and Cruz, all with 7. 6 to shoot. Cruz fouled by Budakovia, held on a little bit too long. They will call it on the floor since she was not attempting a shot. She was just attempting a pass.
This is the spot where the Cougars have to make their way back into this game because they're already on, a 9-0 run from halftime, so.
Oh, that ball hit Kemble in the face. She misjudged it as the pass was coming in on the inbound. Budakovia goes up, and it's good. A smaller guard out of Medford Tech. Now means all 5 Roadrunner starters have some points on the board. And it's now 40-26, still a 14-point game. Camden taking their time. Spurlock, mid-range, good. A really great mid-range shot that time by Anissa Spurlock. Didn't try too hard there, just tried to find the offensive space. And a travel will be called on the Roadrunners. Again, those fundamental mistakes now coming back to bite them.
Just a few too many, mistakes. They're coming out of halftime a little shaky. They got to get it right.
It's a 12-point lead, but again, that is different from the 21-point lead they had. Camden has put on a lot more points. Now you've got an open look. Peranzino doesn't take it, and a travel is the call. I think because she established that pivot foot as she caught the pass, it ended up being enough to call a traveling violation. So back-to-back travels on the Roadrunners and the Cougars. 5:15 and counting. Budakovia found some space, tried to find Pierman, but Cruz emerges with the turnover. She's got a whole bunch of Roadrunners behind her, pumps it. Second chance, Spurlock gets it to fall. We're back within 10 points.
Cutting the lead a little bit here.
They're definitely closing in. DiPiero gets the ball blocked by Spurlock. And it'll go out of bounds. DiPiero to inbound. With 4:52 left in the third. Budakovia checks out. Alexis Caraway checks back in. Oh, pass went nowhere. Out of bounds.
You don't often see something like that.
That's just a core mistake that time. As you're going to see, Camden will inbound it from the spot because the ball was never touched. So Camden will be able to inbound it from the exact spot that RCSJ last inbounded it. But DiPiero tried to find either LaMonica or Caraway and ended up just finding a split between the middle of them. Caraway wasn't looking. That's partially on the recipient, but that's also partially on the inbounder. DiPiero, she has to look where she's going when she throws the ball. Can't really expect everybody to be paying attention.
She does.
But just kind of a double-edged sword there as DiPiero bounce pass on the baseline. Caraway gets it to fall aggressively off the glass. And
nice
it's 42-30.
Nice basket there.
Fires it across. Wanted to take a 3, but Karamaskas does not. And it's going to be a foul. Karamaskas tried to set a charge as soon as she lost the ball, and it wasn't enough time for Tino Bamboche to react, which will set up a blocking foul. It's her second, team's first. 4:04 left in the third.
I feel like Bamboche for this team is the Energizer Bunny. If anything went wrong, she'd be there.
That ball gets tipped. It'll go out of bounds.
Because you see when Cougars player fell there, Bamboche was kind of, up and at her.
That one will go out of bounds. Camden ball. So a lot of mistakes there. Let's take a look at our future games coming up later this week on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting as Tomorrow we'll be back in action. Actually, tomorrow we won't be back in action because we do have a doubleheader on Thursday, Central Regional versus Kingsway in the first round of South Jersey Group 4. The girls for Kingsway play Central. The boys play Rhine-Cocos Valley. As that one goes up, shot no good. And then we have a doubleheader at Woodbury. Girls play Burlington City. And the boys play Audubon. We close out the week with RCSJ-Gloucester versus Cumberland. Baseball from Deptford Township. That ball was loose there. Bamboche has it. She's on the corner of the paint. Peranzino tried to fly in to get the steal. Moving in. Shots waved off for a foul on the floor. It's going to be called on Cruz.
Well, I guess he'll take that foul there for the moment if you're the Cougars because it would have counted for Bamboche.
This has been a very low fouling game, which was very different when these two teams played in earlier this month, in early February at this very gym. Pierman goes up and in. Again, you just see that dominance inside from Shannon Pierman. That's why she averages a double-double. She's got 10 points now, and it's 44-30. 3 minutes left in the third. Back to the top. Lock. Another mid-range from Spurlock. Just misjudged it. She airballs it. The ball comes out. Pierman regroups and finds Bamboche down the floor. No clue how she got out of that one. That was a close call. LaMonica, feed, travel.
And another walk for the Roadrunners. But, you know, the lead's still the lead. Beside all these turnovers.
Yeah, it hasn't been the best third quarter here. I mean, we've seen a kind of sloppy product where, you know, these girls, they're not playing bad, but Camden has definitely taken advantage of RCSJ's mistakes. The problem is, though, they've made enough of their own mistakes as there's going to be a foul on the floor. Cooper disagrees. I think he thought that the travel occurred before the foul.
Yeah.
I think that was his case there. This one goes up and no good. Tipped away by Malili. She goes down. 2-on-1 jump ball. Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I talked about with Bamboche.
Getting a little aggressive down there, and it's a Spurlock. And again, that aggressiveness, that physicality in full force here. Savannah Shute will check into the ball game. She will sub in for Shannon Pierman, who only her second foul of the game, which, again, is a little bit lower for her. When we've covered these women's basketball games for RCSJ, the norm is usually by the end of the third quarter, she's at 3, sometimes 4. So it's been good management here as Caraway gets the step back. Really nice floater there from Alexis Caraway. She's got 8 points off the bench, and the Roadrunners have 17 of their 46 points off the bench. 8 from Caraway, 7 from Rodriguez, 2 from Gantz.
That was a very tough shot there, kind of off 1 foot as we saw.
Yeah, I don't think that's the shot that she wanted, but it's the shot that she got. As Rodriguez is going to get ready to check in. Over to the top with 4 to shoot. Can't get that one to fall as Camden's woes from beyond the arc continue. Right side, LaMonica DiPiero, the sharp shooter. Not too sharp on that shot. It's now a foul. Squashing the ball will be Malili as she got a push from behind. And Hadley Rodriguez will come in for Anna DiPiero.
Yeah, a few of the Roadrunners there wanted a walk, but it's tough to call a walk in that situation.
Yeah, I think that it's a little bit different than the one that happened on the other end of the floor, because in that situation, she got the push before she took that extra step, and honestly, it was pretty reactionary as it is, so I don't think that that's a bad call by any means. Cruz goes up with a nice gather and go. Cruz makes it 46-32, but it's been a consistent 14-point lead for the Roadrunners as both teams have really balanced out, and they've somewhat hit a plateau of sorts here in the third.
This last
1 minute left.
Crucial for the Cougars.
Shute takes this one from the foul line. No good. And that one will go out of bounds as Shute carried it on the way out. Paranzino will take this one for the Cougars. She is the last starter without any points for Camden, and really for both sides, because Emma Budakovia broke that one up for the Roadrunners. We've got 35 seconds. Now 12 to shoot. Here comes a shot. Paranzino, or rather Malili, and now clearing it out will be Bamboche as the shot clock's erased. Rodriguez will bring this one up swiftly. Waits for Bamboche to cross the half-court line. Now she'll go up. She gets hit. Offensive foul. Tino Bamboche will get called for it, and that's going to give Camden the bonus.
Yeah, Bamboche trying to use her aggressiveness there, but just didn't work that time, a little too much.
That will be a bonus for Camden, but they will not shoot because that fifth foul was committed on an offensive. So the next foul will be 2 foul shots, as now Bamboche spears it out of the air. She's got 8, crosses over the logo. LaMonica fakes a 3, goes up with the right hand, no good. Cruz gets the rebound. They're going to run out of time, and they're just going to dribble this one out to the end of the third quarter, as after 3, it's been a fun one. It's been decently aggressive as these two teams going at it here in Deptford Township. RCSJ 46, Camden 32, three-quarter time. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Fourth quarter ready to go. This broadcast is brought to you by the South Jersey chapter of the National Adult Baseball Association, as registration is open for the spring of 2026. Join a team today at South Jersey NABA, NABA.com. Cruz will inbound this one to start the fourth, 46-32. Winner of this game plays Northampton and Brookdale, or the winner of Northampton and Brookdale. Both of those schools to play tomorrow, as we have a foul. The rule is that if any of the two schools competing in a contest are closed, you can't play an athletic event on the same day. So if the school is closed, the athletics are canceled. But RCSJ said, as of around dinner time last night, that all campuses would be open. Camden must have done the same, and we got word at, I want to say, 9 or 10 last night that this game was on for today. But luckily the snowstorm has not been nearly as bad as the first, as that's another air ball by the Cougars, this time by Malili. But, yeah, I mean, listen, I woke up Monday morning and I was like, oh, wow, this snow is shockingly easy to shovel. And the plows took care of the roads, and only one snow day for a lot of people at the high school and college level. But, listen, we've had enough snow days with how this weather has been, as Pierman gets the ball ripped out from behind her, and it'll go out of bounds. Caraway to inbound. 30 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. It's a 14-point lead. Camden will need a strong finish to get back into this game or to have a chance at winning in the 7-2 game of the Region 19 women's basketball quarterfinals.
RCSJ would shoot and Pierman on the court at the same time.
Sliding over for 3, hit the glass, no good. And now Spurlock will take this one. She'll drive up the floor, right side, right hand, and it gets the roll. Spurlock with 6 after having none in the first half. And it's now 46-34. Caraway established the pivot foot. She had to get that one going. Back to Caraway. She loses it. Camden gets the turnover, and Caraway's momentum causes a foul. Caraway just flew in there. She just ran out of room. I mean, she lost the ball, tried to get it from out in front of her, but she was running very quickly, and that momentum ended up bringing her right into the backside of Malili, and it'll be called a foul. 1 minute gone, 8:45 and counting left in the fourth. Here from Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester. Stepping back, Karamaskis beyond the three-point line. She'll take a three. No good. Malili. Bounce pass to Paranzino. Malili has an open look for Cruz. She turns around. She finds it for three. No good. If that shot went, that would have been a great one. But now another open look. Paranzino takes another three. This time it's good.
Yeah, I was going to say they had too many looks. They had to have been able to make one there. And
I mean, RCSJ made the same mistake twice as LaMonica. It's actually going to be Savannah Shute who gets called for the offensive foul. And Rich Cooper calls a timeout. We'll take a break. 8:07 left in the fourth. Camden charging back. It's a 9-point game. Wrestling organization with high-flying events throughout the Garden State. Visit dawgprowrestling.com for more information. Ooh, Malili, that's a travel. Took too many steps that time. And she was kind of falling away there. She was either going to get called for a travel or she was going to lose the possession. So it was a lose-lose situation either way.
Yeah, tough one there.
Caraway will inbound this one. 9-point game. Ball gets swiped away from LaMonica. DiPiero keeps it inside right in front of the Camden bench. As Rodriguez flip to Pierman, flip to Caraway, back to Pierman, inside, gets it. Shannon Pierman, man, Coach Cooper's going to miss her when she leaves, along with Anna DiPiero. Been such a great 1-2 punch. I mean, the three sophomores on this team, obviously there's more than three sophomores, but, oh, that's a late foul, gets called.
You got that right, though.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. Just took him an extra second to get it.
And with DiPiero and Pierman, I mean, as well.
That's her second. And the Roadrunners have picked up heavy foul trouble. They're now up to their fourth of the quarter. One more gives Camden the bonus, and that's not what you want if you're RCSJ in a very critical situation, as Malili makes her first. The foul is on DiPiero, her second. Tino Bambosche is going to get ready to check in. And Malili makes both shots. 4 points for the Pennsauken grad off the bench with a very good crowd on hand. You know, it's not a sellout by any means, but it's very good crowd for the home playoff game for this Roadrunners team. Not to mention the fact that they're playing Camden, the local school adjacent to RCSJ, probably around 15 minutes from here in Blackwood. It's not like they're playing Passaic or Northampton where fans of the visitors have to travel, 1 or 2 hours. Offensive foul on Pierman. That's 5 for the Roadrunners.
Yeah,
that opens the door, Kevin.
It does. And,
And listen, that gives them the bonus with 7:10 left in the fourth.
Pierman's big. I'm not quite sure if that was a foul, but, the refs called it a foul, so.
That's a travel on Spurlock. Listen, they've been calling everything tonight, but here's the thing. Both teams have been making a lot of fundamental mistakes in this game. Both teams have been traveling. Both teams have been fouling. RCSJ now gets the short end of the stick, and they get into foul trouble here in the fourth quarter, giving up 5 fouls in less than 3 minutes, which.
Yeah, there have been a lot of whistles in this thing.
But that's a good thing because that means they're playing. They're calling the game correctly. listen, 90% of the travels that have been called are very obvious travels. They're travels that if you were watching a rec league game and you were watching, you could be able to tell. As Rodriguez with an angled shot got it off the glass and it falls for a triple. 51-39.
That shot was something there, but it went in.
Jamira Green can't get the shot to fall. Budakovia races out with the rebound and the basketball. Had to clear that defensive space right away. She'll stop. She'll go to Rodriguez. She drives in. Oh, that's a hard foul. Millilly is upset, but I think that's a very clear foul there as Millilly hit Rodriguez hard. Basically got a slap across the face.
Yes, the Cougar fans want all ball, but.
And no, that's the right call. Millilly got hit really hard. Here's Rodriguez at the line. Mace is her first. (51-39). .6:24 left in the fourth. No good. Rebound by the Cougars, by Spurlock. Over to Cruz. Inside, back out, Green chucks up another three. Good!
That was a good-looking shot there. I mean, her feet were set and
really good shot by Jamira Green, and it's back to a single-digit game. Budakovia gets trapped into the corner now. Bamboche tries to get it out, and she is fouled. That's going to be the second against Camden, and Nissa Spurlock gets called. (51-42), 5:57 left in the fourth. Pierman back out to Bamboche. She tries to go up, immediately turns it over. Sounds like a 50-50 crowd. A lot of Camden folks in the house tonight. As now it'll be Spurlock. Back over. Three. High off the glass. Cruz saw right away that wasn't going to make it. But that foul will be called on Cruz, who got hit on the way down. Made a hit on the way down. And after RCSJ gave Camden the bonus in 3 minutes, they have now turned the tables and given Camden another 3 fouls of their own in just 2 minutes. Back to Bamboche at the top. Past half court, back to Pierman, playing pretty shallow on the offensive side. Back over, Pierman, three. Budakovia, no good. Another scramble, Green, ball pops out. Rodriguez got hit, and it's a foul.
It's like what team wants it more?
Yeah, it's getting physical tonight, and that's exactly how you want it for a playoff game. Back to Budakovia, to Bamboche. Rodriguez, no good. Missed there. Nice little cross-court pass there. And travel. Some Camden fans very upset, but
it was a travel.
There was an extra step there. Don't know what to tell you, but they're passionate about their side, just like RCSJ is passionate about their side. DiPiero. Bamboche. DiPiero, ooh, got hit. Offensive foul. That's the second foul on the offense called in that quarter. DiPiero came flying in, and that angle is what changed everything. Again, this door's open. We just got to see if Camden takes advantage of it or if RCSJ can stay strong on defense. Again, it feels like almost every possession has been interrupted by a whistle. It's been hard to get shots off. Either been a foul or a travel or a double dribble, something. These teams have not been playing the cleanest basketball. 10 to shoot. 4:25, Cruz on the baseline, back out. Kemble moves over, back over to Cruz, makes Bamboche miss. She's got two, shoots it from the baseline, and it's good. 51-44 is another strong shot by Cruz on the baseline. Now it's Budakovi on the other side. Back to Bamboche. Spurlock came in. Bamboche is fouled. So Bamboche got hit. It's now 5 fouls. And how about the fact that RCSJ had a disadvantage on fouls of 5-0. And before Camden can take a shot in their bonus range, RCSJ goes to the line, giving themselves a bonus. Yeah, how about that to turn the tables?
It's incredible.
Again, Camden's made enough mistakes to where they've allowed that to happen as Bamboche knocks down the first.
I mean, this game might be, about tied if RCSJ fouled like Camden did.
Second shot from Bamboche is no good. Pierman gets an offensive putback and another foul. 52-44. Pierman will go to the line now. Again, we'll take a look at that stat again of the best free throw shooting percentage teams in Region 19. RCSJ and Camden both in the top 5 with marks over 66%, which honestly at the JUCO level is pretty good. Pierman makes her first. Second shot is good. This crowd's getting a little bit louder, Camden says something, RCSJ responds. RCSJ says something, Camden responds. What we talk about with a rivalry. This isn't like they're playing a team from North Jersey that nobody can find. They're playing their local school, the school that they play twice a year. As here comes the three. Good. From Paranzino. And it's 54-47, 7-point lead.
It seems whenever Camden, when the Cougars get the lead cut in, RCSJ will just go up 10 or 12.
Yeah, they've just been trying to get the best example that they have. And a foul and one, LaMonica.
That's a huge bucket there. The lead could be now cut to double digits with a made free throw.
Just a great opportunity there as at the line will be Elena LaMonica. The and one shot is good. Back to a 10-point game, 57-47. 3:15 in the ball game. Cross-court pass, finds Cruz for a long two, misses. Budakovia now with 5 rebounds in the game for the point guard. Foul from the back.
If I'm the Roadrunners here, I'm slowing it up. I'm going to try to move the ball and get a good shot.
Yeah, they've absolutely been doing a great job with, catching Camden off guard in that regard. Chip Bertano calls a timeout. 3 minutes on the dot. 57-47. Both teams with the bonus. We'll come down to the finish right after this. Back here from the Roadrunner Gym in Deptford, New Jersey, I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Kevin Profico on the call. My producer is David Cohen of Rowan University, as Emma Budakovia is at the line. Makes her first. Budakovia now with 3 points as a lot of back and forth fouling. Makes her second. So 4 points for the point guard at Medford Tech. Green moving inside. Nice little Euro, it's good. Jamira Green, 8 points off the bench. But we'll see if that can hold. Rich Cooper telling his girls to hold up a little bit. We've got 2:35. I mean, listen, if these girls wind down the shot clock, you're going to take a lot of time off the board. I don't think they should rush a shot. They do take it, though, and it's good. Don't listen to me. Elena LaMonica, triple from the right side. 13 points.
She felt confident, so why not take it?
Yeah, it's an open look, and now a steal as Camden tried to rush, but they had to. The Roadrunners don't. Trapped in the corner, 2-on-1. Ball gets tipped by the Cougars. Green falls on it. Pierman gets to a knee and a jump ball. Malili will sub in. 2:06. After the jump ball, out on the left side, LaMonica feeds it. DiPiero, the sharpshooter. No good there. Minute 50. And a full court pass to Malili. She'll go up. Offensive foul. And again, you wonder if the next basket could be a dagger for for Camden. That is a dagger against them as 2 subs will come in. I mean, listen, it's a 13-point game.
Yeah, it's getting close to that too little too late.
I mean, listen, I think Camden has played well in this game, but I don't think that either team has played their best. I think that even with Rich Cooper winning this game, he's going to have a lot of critiquing points for his girls at the in the locker room at the end of the game, because they're going to play a Brookdale team that can take advantage of you and a Northampton team that's the number 3 seed, more or less even with the Roadrunners.
I feel that as well.
Pierman, offensive foul. She used that momentum. She was falling away. Really lost not only the ball, but her balance as well. And she ran over Anissa Cruz. Or check that, Clara Cruz out of Spain. And Camden in desperation mode. 13-point game. The Roadrunners won by 15 when these two played. As how about that? Oh, didn't get it. Spurlock comes back. It's up and in. Anissa Spurlock, after what would have been a poetic play, coming off of the offensive rebound by Ashley Stans. Now a wide open look. DiPiero gets tipped by Malili. It's out of bounds. They're going to say Camden ball. Cooper didn't like the fact that they're going to call it Camden ball. I think that it was last tipped by Malili. Under a minute now. That ball gets tipped away. Make up for the call you don't like. Here comes Bamboche. Another hit, no foul, and it goes out of bounds, back to being Roadrunner ball. Some fans standing in a little disapproval. Don't think that they are inviting these refs out to dinner after the game. As it's 52. I don't think the refs have done a bad job at all. I think a lot of people are a little bit in over their heads, if you will.
I think because a lot has been called, maybe might play.
Yeah, I think it's a precedent thing. I think that's what it is. Pierman goes up, no good. Front iron. Now she gets fouled on another chance. With 40 seconds left, that should, it won't be 100%, but it could do it. Shannon Pierman will have to make these foul shots. She's got 14. Elena LaMonica right behind her. She also has 14. 40.5. When we come back, there will be a 10-second separation between the two clocks. Again, winner of this game plays the winner of Northampton and Brookdale. Those games being played tomorrow. Take a look at the bracket one more time. Passaic has the bye. This is the 7-2 game. The 6-3 game is Brookdale-Northampton, and the 5-4 game is Philadelphia and Atlantic Cape. Down to be played in Mays Landing tomorrow. The Jersey Shore definitely got hit with a lot of snow as Pierman misses her second. 10-second separation, as we mentioned. Spurlock goes through. They're just going to take a 2-point floater, and it's no good. Let's see. Will they hold or will Camden foul? they're not guarding very closely. They're letting her go. Bamboche is going to hold on. They're going to have a 1 second separation, so they might just take a shot clock violation here as we've got 15. The RCSJ Roadrunners, they were up by 21 at half with a 21-0 run. They do have to take one shot. LaMonica got hit. There was no call. So with 8 seconds left.
I guess that's because, 8 seconds, but.
I don't know, but Paranzino will inbound. That will do it. Camden's going to try to get one final shot up. They do. She hits Pierman, and it's no good. Then the RCSJ-Gloucester Roadrunners advance to the Region 19 Women's Semifinal, looking for their second straight appearance in the Region 19 finale. With a tough loss to Montgomery last year, they pick up their boots and they pick up a 12-point lead over the 12-point win rather over the Camden County Cougars, as a quick embrace between Rich Cooper and Chip Ritano at the center line as RCSJ comes out of their home gym with a 12-point victory. Kevin, this was a good game for many reasons, but RCSJ, that halftime run, very much directly pulled them across the finish line in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it was about a 21-0 run for the Roadrunners that we saw, and that's what played a difference. Camden County never really had a chance to come back after that. Pierman was big inside, and the Cougars really had no answer for her. And it was a back and forth, a little bit kind of scrappy win, but they got the job done, and that's all what matters in the end.
It definitely got physical in the fourth quarter. I think that these two teams. I think if you play Camden would want to play the second quarter differently, and RCSJ would want to play the second half differently. It took them a while to get going. It took them a while to get in a rhythm and a groove. And I think that really at the end of the day, RCSJ, like I said, Rich Cooper is going to have a lot of critiques for his girls in the locker room. They're going to go and play a Brookdale and Northampton team, which has brought RCSJ to the wire both times that they played. So as it is, a road to the final is not guaranteed. Just because you're a number 2 seed doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to beat Brookdale. Doesn't mean you're guaranteed to beat Northampton. Passaic is going to get the easiest road of them all because they're going to play either Philadelphia or Atlantic Cape, and they're coming off of a bye. Now, I say easiest road of all, but we do know that having a first-round bye might not be the best option. So the Roadrunners were the number 1 seed last year. They fell to Montgomery County, and today they're on a little bit of an inverse. They're the number 2 seed in Region 19, trying to polish their play. But how about Shannon Pierman? She didn't have as many points as I would expect because Camden really did a good job of defending her inside, but she was still able to riff off 14 points.
Yeah, and 14 points was enough. One thing I wanted to add is if RCSJ kind of plays like this against Northampton or Brookdale, I don't know if it's going to go their way because tonight there's going to be a lot of talk about with Coach Cooper, but we'll see. But they're going to have to amp their energy, aggressiveness, and they're going to have to play a little bit more clean in the next round.
Well, they'll be playing again either the Brookdale Jersey Blues or the Northampton Spartans in the semifinal round of play on Thursday. The finale will be played at Northampton. Regardless of who plays, it will be at Northampton on Saturday, February 28th in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. From our entire crew, our social media coordinator, Haley Mejia, our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, Carson Rosso, and Fisher Giannotti. My producer, David Cohen of Rowan University. My color commentator, Kevin Profico. I'm Dan Wilkins. We will see you on Thursday for the first round of the South Jersey Group 4 playoffs in a girls-boys doubleheader between the Central Eagles and the Rancocas Valley Red Devils versus the Kingsway Dragons. 63-51 final score tonight from Deptford Township. Have a good one, folks.